only manifests if we learn how to be spiritual, to know that there's a great purpose in our lives, as well as a little small steps we take, which all serve our purpose, but a greater purpose to all our lives. And if we can all be inspired to see things at a universal perspective as well, that outward from us, everything else and everybody else is important as well. And that our well-being depends on the well-being of everything moving outward from us. And that's a really important message in my life too. I tell others that we really have to see the universe, to see the big, big picture. That whatever we do, whatever others do, affects us. I affect them. And if we all spend our energy being more kinder and gentler and more loving and caring, we might have a better place in which to live. And that's why we need to turn our attention to multiculturalism. When I was a boy, the only other people in my world were the so-called white people, Europeans, right? There were very few other ethnic groups yet coming. There'd be the odd ones in the canneries, Chinese, Japanese, and the fishing camps, but it wasn't as multicultural as it is now. And all of us need to respect each other, to know that wherever we came from, wherever our families are and wherever our roots are, whether we're immigrants and we immigrate or not, is we have to respect the worldview of people who come to Canada. Like other people who've come here from other places, lived somewhere and had a notion about the world around them, had values and principles, and they came with it. And we should respect and honor that and find ways for all the different worldviews to work together, based in respect and mutual dignity and honor. And we haven't found a way to do that yet. We still have a lot of racism between races, including Aboriginal people. They're not free or pure from racism. And if you've been discriminated for a long time, you tend to want to manifest the same thing back. And I don't think that works. For me, I was terribly hurt as a young boy, taken away from my family, beaten up when I spoke my language, physically and sexually abused. And I look back at those years now and what happened to my life because of it, how it impacted me. And I, in turn, was angry and hostile and bitter. I don't want to be that anymore. I want people to know that even if there were others who hurt me, that I don't want to hurt. I know what it's like to be hurt, so why would I want to hurt others, right? So I don't want to do that anymore. And so I think that with multiculturalism, we have to, the first step between all of us is to recognize our difference. Absolutely, we're not the same. And we shouldn't be the same. God didn't make us the same. The Creator didn't make us the same, right? And we should celebrate our diversity. Absolutely celebrate our diversity. But what we have to do is open the doors a little bit to each other. That's really important. Sometimes we tend to put a shield around us, a defense against prejudice or whatever we feel it is. But I think what we ought to do is open the door, especially multi-ethnic groups, open the door to each other and begin to recognize and understand the value in every system, in every group. Because obviously all the other ethnic groups have fundamental values and perspectives and principles that are so important. And they're probably similar to each other. So we need to open our doors to that and to honor and respect that and encourage it. So that every child in Canada, including Aboriginal children, feels born free, feels worth, has pride, dignity, And those are the things that matter most to me. In the last 10 years of my life, I've devoted my time to this residential school issue. I think we've made some tremendous strides, and I think that now that Canada has a true commission on residential school issues, it's going to be a real service to all Canadians to know the truth about our collective history. So I'm hoping that all Canadians come, all the multi-ethnic Canadians come, every Canadian comes, and we share and hear our stories together and build a new future together.